Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy FTV. I don't know. I am very terrible at starting streams and I guess ending streams too. But I never know what to say in the beginning. But what's up? Yeah, it's been a while, right? Hopefully you can hear me all right. The music, it's not too loud or whatever. I am like a boomer in my soul. I am a trans boomer, I guess. So I am terrible with technology. So if it looks like shit or it sounds like shit, please let me know. But I'm trying my best here. But yeah, I figured it's been a long time since I've drawn on stream and done anything actually. So why not? I had a little bit of free time tonight, so I thought it would be fun. Yeah. So hey there, Kari. Hey there, Dragon Beast. Nice having you guys here. The audio is fine. Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, what I'm thinking of doing is working on that comic page project thing that I talked about, like, God, I think 2-3 months ago. And I'm gonna keep drawing here, but I'm gonna try to explain the idea that I have for it. So let's see if I can actually do two things at the same time. It's not not something I can usually do. But anyway, what I'm planning on doing with the comic is basically an art version of that telephone game where everybody picks up like, how can I say that? Each person takes a turn conveying the message. You know what the telephone game is. But so I figured, like, we could each work on a comic page and just keep like a story going, and not only for like the I guess the practice, the art practice, but also I think it would be like super interesting to see where people would take somebody else's idea, because it always this kind of thing always leads to unexpected places. So I think it would be nice. And just to get the ball rolling, I thought I would make the first page. So like I make the first comic page, and then you guys could, like, maybe on Discord take turns. Like maybe I'll make a channel where people can say, I'm gonna take page 2, I'm gonna take page 3, or whatever. And yeah, I guess that's kind of self-explanatory. The only problem that I kind of anticipate is that making a comic page is not super fast. Like, I know some artists who can work really fast, but I think usually people would need maybe a week to do it, I guess. And that can kind of delay things, because maybe you want to work on page 3, but the guy in charge of page 2 hasn't finished yet. But I suppose that if I make like a channel on Discord for like comic updates or something, and I think as soon as you have kind of like a sketch of what the page is, you can post it and, like, okay, this is my idea, and the next person can start working on their page or whatever. And and maybe I'm gonna like make the channels in such a way that you can only like post once to that channel, so there isn't like spamming or whatever. You can tell it's pretty vague, and I haven't thought it through very much, but I think it will be fun, even if like if we have something unexpected happening. It's gonna be fun to deal with that, I guess. Hey, Kino Man, it's really nice seeing you here. Like a true Kino connoisseur. Kari asked, is it going to be zombie themed as we initially talked about? Well, I think you can make it zombie themed if you want. What I thought of doing was okay. Here's what I have in my mind, and I'm gonna draw it because I think it's easier to convey what I'm saying. Yeah, all great ideas start somewhere. That's true. All shitty ideas also start somewhere. But so what I'm thinking of doing is something like that. We have like an establishing shot at first to kind of set the scene, or like what kind of environment we are in. And I thought of kind of having like a medieval themed or like fantasy themed fantastical castle, maybe something in the clouds, something like that. And I feel like text boxes that explain, well, not explain too much, because I want to make the first page as vague as possible so people have some freedom. And producing Kino, yeah, well, I hope so. But I want to be as vague as possible, and I think you could say that choosing a like fantasy theme, medieval theme, kind of limits things. But I think we need a little bit of limitation, because if I just make something completely vague and like that makes no sense, we need a little bit of constraint, because otherwise it's going to be really hard for the next person to actually know what to do with it. So I thought, okay, let's do something fantasy themed. And just because it's like medieval or fantasy or whatever doesn't mean you can't add zombies to the story, or even something sci-fi. Like, you can do whatever. I think the fun thing will be seeing where people take it. What's the name of that movie? Cowboys and Aliens. I think that was a really boring movie, but you can mix unrelated things. So the way I thought that it would be interesting to kind of get the ball rolling is that we have this establishing shot here first, and then we kind of move in closer to the city, I guess. And then we kind of zoom in, we kind of focus in one character. So there's like something in the foreground, and there's like a focus character here, maybe like a peasant carrying something. And then in the last panel, they look back, and they kind of realize, they kind of notice something like behind them, and that something could be literally anything. And I think this is kind of a cool idea because it kind of baits the hook for the next page, because you want to see the next page to see what is it that the character, what is it that called his attention. And something like, I don't know, like the last text box says something like until or whatever, or something like, but one day or there's like a question mark as they notice something like that. Oh, hey Noir. So we can essentially take it in any direction. Yep, just do whatever you want, while still being limited to the basic constraints. Yeah, the constraints are only there to keep you to not limit your creativity, I guess, because I think too much freedom can limit creativity. This is literally what I thought we should do. We'll leave so much up to interpretation and make this a much nicer experience. Yep, thanks. Yeah, I think I probably just stole your idea. Sometimes I read something that people say and I forget people said that, and I think that's my idea. But yeah, I think that's a cool idea. Noir said, "I'm here to steal your job." Okay, all right. I will gladly do that, I guess. I don't know what your job is, but yeah, something like that. And I don't know. I don't want to think too hard about what text I'm gonna add here, because to me the text is the least important part of this thing. Because if I write too much, I don't wanna constrain people too much. Yeah, is this the right amount of black? Yeah. Oh, and another thing is that I'm gonna do my page in black and white, but if you want to do like a color, or if you want to tone it, or if you want to do it in like a painterly style or whatever, it's totally up to you. You know, just do whatever you want and whatever you think will be cool. Avoid giving the place a name so that people will come with it later. Yeah, I think that's probably good. Yeah, I guess if you want to be fancy about it, you could call this like a collaborative art project or whatever, a collaborative comic, something like that. And yeah, and I've got on my other screen, I've got some references here for like castles and stuff, because you know, you always think you know how to draw something until you actually sit down to draw it. There's like a really good meme of somebody who tried to draw a lobster before and after they looked at reference, and like it's really interesting. Mount Airy, yeah, I think Mount Airy is pretty cool. Should we give the project a name? Uh, I don't know. I'm gonna think about that. So this is the comic continuation prompt. Yes, yes. The fabled comic that I talked about on Discord 3 months ago, and I said I'm gonna do it one day. And this is the day. The day has arrived. Another thing is that I'm working on A4 size just because. Not sure if this is the best format for comics, but I suppose if we like one day we want to print this or something, this would be like a friendly print-friendly format. So I'm doing it in A4. So I guess, yeah, I guess this is one thing that should probably stay the same. Just keep it to the same page format. I bet it was 6 months ago. Yeah, it could very well be. But you know, this is how my projects go. I have like 1,000 projects in my head that I keep. This is not the brush I want. That I keep in my head and that I feel bad about not working on for 6 months, and then I finally work on. I just realized this is not a very exciting shot because it's like the castle is in the middle of the whole frame, and maybe I should bring it down a little bit more. So if we have a panel here, a castle here, and the typical concept art S format. I guess it would be cool if we could see the clouds kind of coming between the land. Yeah. I think I like this. This is a very awkward shape for this cloud, though. And I'm probably gonna go over like I'm probably gonna have 3 or 4 layers of sketch before I actually do any inking. I thought this would be kind of useful, like if you wanna join in and make your comic page but you're not too sure how to do it. I thought it would be also cool for people to see me doing it, because you can realize that even if you're an idiot, you can make a comic. I guess it works. I don't remember how it came up, but it started with me drawing some post-apocalyptic characters, and we ended up talking about possible comic collaboration. Yeah, I remember that. Very cool. Yeah. I am I hope to be a shining example to all the idiots out there, to all my fellow idiots, to show that you can achieve all your dreams. By the way, don't follow your dreams. Not good. Okay, so I thought, I wonder how it looks if I put if I have like a character in the foreground in front of a text box. Like, maybe it looks annoying. Like, yeah, because it covers the text. Yeah, no, that's a stupid idea. Yeah, I guess this works. And I guess this guy is like a medieval peasant. And he's carrying something super heavy. And this is like another peasant. And they're in a medieval town. We are aspiring idiots together, exactly. It's not so bad being an idiot. Leave the aggressive text window, you're hitting the 3/5 time. Yeah, and another thing is that I'm doing this as like a, I guess you could say like a Western comic, so I am expecting that people will read this from left to right, like this. If you really like manga, you wanna change it over. I would think that would be super annoying to change the reading direction between pages, but if you want to be annoying, then sure, go for it. Maybe that's the effect you're going for. Main character got hit by a truck main character got hit by a truck, then transferred into a post-apocalyptic radioactive wasteland with game mechanics. He just leveled up. Also, he's a gamer. He leveled up. And I thought, like, if we do this for a little while and like people enjoy doing it, we could like get together and make like a print version of it. That would be cool. Not to have like unrealistic expectations, but that if that happened, that would be really nice. Okay, so maybe these two cities are in like floating islands and they are connected somehow. Maybe by like giant chains or something. And I think at this point I'm just doing like a fantasy version of the what was the name of the city? Zeal from Gun, but whatever. Yeah, and they have like giant chains that keep them attached to the ground. So I guess these are people that literally live in the clouds. now I kind of wonder how would that work? How would the economy of a cloud city be? Maybe there's like a forest here. I'm not too sure about this foreground. Like, I like this movement right here, but there's something that I don't really like about it. But maybe it would be useful to have this like chain coming from the foreground and going like into the distance into the castle, or maybe into the other one. And yeah, it looks super disorganized now, but it makes sense in my head, I guess. That wouldn't be cool. That would be the most awesome thing ever made by anyone ever. Well, yeah, that would make me happy for sure. Cloud coin. Yeah. This whole, I don't know. Call me a brainlet, but this whole Bitcoin thing, it's like, I understand why people get excited about it, but like, besides making money from speculation, which I think it's kind of stupid. Like until I can buy my groceries with it, I'm not gonna take it seriously. Like when I can go down to the supermarket near my house and buy my groceries with Bitcoin, then okay, this is like a real thing, and maybe I'm just uninformed and it's already something that exists, but I don't know. It's like I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about it because I know so little about it, but it's hard for me to take it so seriously when like it's fake monopoly money, and I know you can buy stuff with it like on the internet, but yeah, whatever. Future economy is a gamble. Better invest. Yeah, sure. There's definitely an aspect of this thing which is like maybe it could be like a huge thing in the future, and so that's why you shouldn't ignore it, and you shouldn't have like all of your money in one thing. Like, shouldn't put all of your eggs into one basket, but I don't know. Are you winning? Well, I'm talking about things I have no idea of, so yes. That was pretty good, by the way. That was great. I think I could like make these like be peasants. This is the image of peasant that I have in my head, like people carrying a bunch of sticks or like a huge pile of hay. It shows you how much I know about medieval Europe. But this is just basically a crowd scene. Actually, now that I look at it, this is too close because we go from here right to here, and then like these two are basically the same distance, so we should be much farther away. People should be like this big. And yeah, it's like we're looking at like an entire street. Yeah. Yeah, hey there, Strivek. Much farther. Yeah, there you go. Much farther. This is the perfect background music to talk about Bitcoin, by the way. Let me see. Let me look at my references here. This is like super thrilling content, by the way. Listening to somebody look at something you can't see. And so I kind of want this to be like a medieval big city, so we can see an entire street. Maybe like a roof here. Oh, yeah, and there's like a window, and the buildings here, and yeah, and like a crowd here. By the way, this has nothing to do with anything, but I just wanna announce that when was it? I think last week I replied to a tweet by Craig Mullins, and Mr. Mullins liked my tweet. So I'm pretty much famous now. I guess we are like best friends. I think it's fair to say that we are best friends. Because internet friends are real friends, right? Pretty much. Oh, I should move this text box to this panel, I guess. Or is it interesting if the text box overlaps both of them? Oh. Okay, I'm gonna keep this idea for now, but we'll see. And I haven't saved my document yet. Let's call it 1. Why not? Who? Oh, sorry, Craig Mullins, which is like unironically probably one of the best contemporary digital painters, and like the grandfather of concept art. And he's like kind of older guy. He's not a boomer so he's an actual boomer. And he just recently made a Twitter account, and that was pretty cool. Know what you mean? Jacob Geller liked one of my replies. There you go. Yes, so you're friends now. Yes, I'm BFF with Craig Mullins. Like Craig, let me open up a window here. I'm gonna do this the most low tech way possible, but I'm gonna go to Mr. Mullins' website and copy the image and paste it into my Photoshop document. Like, okay. Oh wow, this is really tiny. But yeah, he did concept art for like tons of famous stuff like Assassin's Creed, and I think he did a lot of Halo too. And he, if I understand it correctly, he was one of the first people who actually realized, like, hey, we this computer thing, you can actually use it for art. Oh yeah, he worked on the Final Fantasy movie too. He did matte paintings for the Final Fantasy movie, and yeah, like people didn't they they just didn't consider using computers for painting at that time. And I think a lot of his first paintings were done just using a mouse because um, I'm not sure if when people started using like drawing tablets, because I know we had like those tablets that people use for signing documents, and those I'm pretty sure that Wacom was the first company to make those. I could be wrong, but I don't care. And but anyway, he has a lot of these paintings. He has been doing them like with mouse, which is insane. And it goes to show you that the tools are kind of not irrelevant, but the tools that you have for painting are the least important thing, and the painting is all in your head. Oh, this is a cool painting too. I could do this kind of stream all day, by the way, just cover my own shitty drawings with Craig Mullisen's paintings. That'd be pretty cool. I really like the chocolate box. And yeah. So I guess you can tell that I like him. I like his art. And I got a top comment with 100,000 likes on Webtoon and practically a mangaka celeb. Yeah. I'm interested in Webtoon. I know you can it's kind of like a social media too, right? It's like for comics, web comics, but it's kind of like social media, and I think you can put ads on it, right? Which is very interesting. That's stupid, but I've always wanted to work on a comic for myself anyway. And maybe this will be the start of it. Okay. One thing to note with if you're doing like something like what I'm doing now, kind of a landscape, kind of a castle or whatever, is that if you're looking at something from a huge distance like we are here, the perspective is gonna be more squished than you expect. Maybe squished is not the right word. It's gonna be flatter than what you would expect. So for example, if I have like I wouldn't do this like, because this is like, this is too, you see too much of the I guess the under part of the roof or whatever. Super technical language. You would see things more flatly because they are super far away, and things get flatter as they move away from us. So just because of how perspective works, and I guess that's kind of an obvious thing, but there are many things that are super obvious that took me a long time to realize. So yeah, keep the perspective flatter when you are doing landscape, stuff like that. Unless you want to, like, for some reason you want to exaggerate the perspective, which some people do, but then you have like a reason to do it, and if you have a reason, then you should also keep everything in your image consistent. This is why it's super hard to talk about art and uh, like it's very hard to talk about what you should and you shouldn't do in art, because each image is a different situation, and there isn't any rule that you can say about making drawings or paintings that will always be wrong or always be right. You know, like even things that people repeat a lot and like universal rules, like people talk about the 1/3 rule. You know, you have a composition and you make the crosshairs and you keep your points of interest in one of the crosshairs. But like you can go online right now and find a lot of very good paintings that do not follow that rule. And that goes for like everything, for every rule about values, about whatever, perspective, composition, especially composition is super vague. Like this Craig Mellin's painting, like people always say it's not very good to have the subject in the middle line like this, but here it works, and it's an awesome painting. And I don't think, like, if you think about it, the subject is like super close to the top of the image. There's almost like a tangent, actually. There's almost like a tangent going on here with his hat and the thing here behind him. But it doesn't matter. It's a very good painting. Like, there's definitely a tangent going on here. And people always say that tangents are the worst thing, but it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure that until I pointed it out, you hadn't seen that. So yeah, don't worry too much about things. But the reason I was saying that is because I wanted to talk about how hard it is to, like, I can't imagine being an art teacher or instructor, because like what I just wouldn't know what to say, really. Like, just make things you think look good, and if you don't get the results you want, just look at your image and think about it. Think about, why doesn't it look like I want it to look, and then fix it. And that's not to say that I do this all the time and that my paintings are great, but what was my point again? You know, just do whatever you think looks cool. I don't think drawing and painting is an intellectual pursuit. I think it's a... What do I think it is? I don't know what it is. I don't know what painting is. I think painting is a very strange thing. Please follow rules, guys. No. Well, no. When it comes to art, I'm probably not gonna follow rules. Some painting is gay. Yes. Well, it is fake and gay, but it is fun. And you can sometimes make money with it, so why not? I think drawing is a very strange thing, because if you think about it, it's mostly useless. And I have some artist colleagues with whom I've had discussions about that, and I told them that I don't think there is any practical use for painting, for even for art in general and design. And people say, well, if you're sitting on a chair, then that chair had to be designed by somebody, and the building you're living in, there's design involved in it, and like sure there is, but that doesn't mean it was necessary. Like if a very badly designed chair still works as long as it's made in like a structurally sound way. And but my point is I don't want to put down art or artists. My point is that even though it's completely useless, we just make it naturally. You don't have to teach a child that they should draw. They just start drawing by themselves because it's a natural impulse. And like, why? Why is that a natural impulse? There is, if you think about it in like a, I don't know, evolutionary way, I guess, if you're so inclined. Like, what is the evolutionary pressure to draw things? Like, it's an activity kind of without a purpose, but we always do it in all cultures. And like, why? That's why I think painting is kind of mysterious. Noir said, people say that, but if you go further, then cooking is useless too. No, it's not useless because you can get more calories out of the food if you cook it, right? I think, oh no, it's not more calories. It's more easily digestible, I guess. I think, I'm not sure. Maybe. I mean, yeah, you could survive out of like only raw food. I do art only because I like making things. Yes, I think every artist is that. Like, and some people, they have like elaborate speeches and like, oh, art is it helps us see, have, like, I don't even know, I can't come up with an example, but people put art on a pedestal, and it's like a very natural human activity. Like, making art is as normal as eating, I guess. It's not like a mystical thing that connects you with your soul and you can express your feelings. I used to get mad because when I was a child, people always say, you like drawing because you probably want to express yourself and you want to communicate with your drawings. And I got mad because that wasn't true at all. I just liked drawing because it was fun and I liked making things. But like, why is that fun? I don't know. It's kind of a cool thing to think about, I guess. And this, what I'm doing right now is not like inking or anything. I'm just kind of refining my sketch. When I actually ink it, I will probably use a more a rougher brush, something like this. Just because I want to kind of emulate some comic styles that I like, especially what was his name? Sean Gordon Murphy. Sean Gordon Murphy, is that it? Or just Sean Murphy? Sean Gordon Murphy, yeah. I really like his style, and I wanna try to steal something from his style if I can. Like, oh, this is a super low res image. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you know who he is, because he does, like, he did a lot of Batman stuff. He's a super famous artist. Open image in new tab. Yes. I just love how you can't easily see images in Google Images. It's like the best. Yeah, like this is super cool. Kind of sketchy, kind of like you can really feel the ink. Really cool stuff. I also like how he he makes a lot of like graphical shapes. Like he just fills up with black some of the forms. That's really cool. Yeah, art is low key dumb. Man, a lot of art is like really dumb. Yeah, it's useless. People just automatically do it inherently, almost like there's some kind of inherent need for it, like a need being fulfilled. What's that again? I understand what you're saying, but what I want to know is like, why is drawing a need that we have? Because I don't think it's I don't think it's for like conveying information. I think it's like a purely aesthetic experience. Like it's an end in and of itself. But like, isn't that strange? Why is that thing specifically satisfying? Because usually things that we find satisfying by themselves, they have some sort of function, you know? We enjoy eating because not people, creatures that enjoy eating obviously have an easier time surviving than creatures that don't enjoy eating. So it's like doing art is another thing that's like this primordial need, but I can't connect the primordial need to like an actual physical function. So what is the function that it's fulfilling? I don't know. I think I'm I'm maybe out of my depth here. I could be talking like total crap. This definition of useless is kind of janky to me. I guess it would take use to be from something like the paperclip engine, then yeah, sure, hardline single goal effectivity. But that's lobotomizing yourself to the level of a hypothetical AI. But it sounds to me like you need to exclude so many goals to make it useless. It's most certainly conveying information. It also stimulates all sorts of thinking. It can communicate loads, picture 1,000 words, etc. Moreover, well-being is a physical function that we require having fulfilled. Without it, people break down. Yes, those are very good points. Yeah. It could be that it fulfills a need that we don't know that we have. Like, when you get hungry, you just have the feeling of being hungry. You don't actually think logically, like, oh yes, I am hungry because my body needs sustenance. You just have like the feeling, and you don't conceptualize it in your head. So it could be that art has a similar function that we actually don't have the capacity to conceptualize, or we just haven't done so just because. I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, I'm having a hard time deciphering my own drawing. Oh, this was a cloud. Okay. This was a cloud here. But I guess I get what you're saying. Like it's kind of stupid to be too reductive, in my opinion, like of what is useful. Could be that it has like a super practical and like not metaphysical function at all, but I just can't see what it is. I see art as a form of communication. It can be. I know you just want to make me mad. It can be. Sometimes it's not, though. I don't know. I need to think more about that. For some reason, I think I'm very attracted to that idea that art is useless. I guess maybe I just want to be a contrarian. Maybe my motivations are not super sincere when talking about this, so I should think more. I should think more about it before I talk too much about it. Pretty sure there is a lot of philosophy and neurology around art and aesthetics and their importance, but I don't read. Yeah, I don't read. Who reads anyway? I don't have like a super respectful opinion of philosophy either. Ultimately philosophy is just people sitting in a room and talking about hypotheticals. And they are like occasionally useful. For such a self-important field of study of human endeavor, it sure is very seldom of practical use. So that makes me a little suspicious. I used to know people who like studied philosophy in college and stuff, and boy, those were some brilliant people, let me tell you. I'm not saying you're saying it maliciously, but when I hear someone call something useless like this, it makes me wonder about what qualifies as useful and why this doesn't. No, I understand. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Um, um, for some reason, I really like that idea. I like the idea that art is useless. Maybe I think it has something to do with like I hate when people talk about video games in a way that like they say like, you know, video games can be useful too. They can improve your hand-eye coordination. They can help you become better at solving logical puzzles or whatever. And like I hate that. Like why do you have to assign why do you have to invent reasons why video games are good? What can it just be good because they're fun and we like them? Can't we just like things? Do they have to be useful? Like we just like it and that's it. Now, philosophy is constantly in use in all sorts of ways. What you're doing now about art is philosophy on multiple levels. Well, can't we just call it thinking about it? We're just thinking about things and we're not even like reaching conclusions about things. And we don't have to. We're just thinking about things because it's fun to think about. And you know, some people don't find it fun to think about, and that's fine. Can't we just I hate self-importance. So if I'm an artist, I wanna kill the self-importance in art. Not to mention often topical, so you get a better understanding of the philosophy employed around you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even think we disagree, but I could be like totally talking shit to just this. Please don't take anything I say seriously about anything. I'm just a person who draws things, and not even like a super excellent person that draws things. And yeah, I think I'm gonna abandon this panel for a little while, just to work on something different. So I'm gonna go to my comfort zone, which is old people's faces. CFTV, you like philosophy after all. Well, no, I don't. Okay, guys. Okay. Thanks, Scotty. Thanks for sticking by, and hope you join on the comic thing, and yeah. Don't mean to put you on the spot harshly. You're just like, no, that's fine. No, I like that. I like talking and disagreeing, and you know, later we'll, if you you know that if you disagree with me, you're banned from the Discord, of course. No, it's fun. Don't worry about it. I think, yeah, I'm gonna post like an update on the Discord later, which actually I should add a link to this video. Do I have a link to the Discord? I think I don't. Well, I'm gonna add a link later, and I'm gonna make a channel like for the comic updates, and I'm gonna put my sketch. So, because I think this is kinda, you can kinda tell what I'm going with. So I think if anybody wants to start working on page 2, they can start doing that already. Oh, this year is too close to the, should be more like here. Yeah, like around here. Oh, that's kind of far. What I meant about liking it, after all, is thinking and talking about things, not even to reach any conclusions, has a name. Yeah, I guess. I guess you can call that philosophy, but giving it a name, like, okay, I really like reading about this kind of thing and talking with people about it, but I wouldn't like study at college for, I don't know, 4 years and call myself a bachelor. What is the American thing? An art, whatever. I wouldn't say I am a philosopher and I have a graduation in philosophy, like, you know, and that is, I hate self-importance. Time wasting, yeah. I mean, that's what we're doing all the time. We're just wasting time until we have no more, right? Oh, I think I want him to be wearing kind of a hoodie thing. Yeah, and I like this graphic line here, so yeah. This is a cool idea. It would be ironic to ban the only active comic artist when you're kicking off a comic project. Yeah. I am a huge fan of irony. What are you working on now? Because that sounds fun. Actually, I want his face to have like a cast shadow. Yeah, because there's like a cast shadow under the nose, so just so things are consistent with each other. Yeah. What I wanted to do before was having this filled out with black, or maybe some kind of hatching, and this with totally white. because I think if I do that, it further it helps calling the attention to this side of the page, which is gonna make you even more curious about what's gonna happen in the next page. I just finished the OCT entry. I spent a week on what is OCT? Something comic. It's not optical coherence tomography, I assume. Yeah, and maybe the perspective is a little rough here, but actually it kind of helps making the roof look a little rougher and kind of old. I only know OCD. Yeah, exactly. It's not fun, let me tell you. Noir, Steven Strivek, some of my favorite people. Exactly. All the cool kids are hanging out at FDB's very active Discord. We have memes. Did you know we have a memes channel? That's not something to whatever. Original character tournament, which are usually fought using comics. Oh, cool. That's really cool. You put in a character, you get matched against another. You make a comic, usually about them fighting. Best comic wins. That is really cool. Really nice idea. I had no idea that was a thing. That sounds really interesting. Like a character tournament. Really nice. Do link your stuff if you have anything, like because I would like to see that. That sounds very interesting. Link here on the Discord, whatever you'd like. How do those roofs look again? Medieval building. Yeah, I should be looking at reference more often. This goes here. And I'm gonna do it like this. Okay. Yep. Usually medieval buildings, they had like this kind of weird side building thing, like made out of wood. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, this shouldn't be too detailed because it's basically a foreground element. Just don't want to call too much attention to it. Yeah, I guess I should come up with a text before I post an update, because otherwise, otherwise it's really hard to tell what I'm going for here. Would it be kind of cringy if I did like a once upon a time, if I started the comic with that? I guess that is like too fairy tale-ish. I'm not sure if I want to give that idea. And this guy's pulling up a cart or something. I'm a super bad writer too. Like, I'm gonna try to come up with something interesting. Because the goal here is not exactly to make an interesting comic page, but to make make you curious about the next page. Well, I guess that is the definition of interesting. Let's put some other building here. Does that work? Yeah, because then the focus is in here. Yeah, okay, that's good. The Mei channel, yes. The Goku Royale. We have memes and we have a music channel that where I mostly post strange music that most people don't like. There is a really excellent book about composition called Framed Ink. You probably already know about it, but I should check that book for like composition and light and dark tips, because I think if you want if you want to up your comic game or even like animation game, like whatever you're gonna do, like Framed Ink is probably the best resource to like be better at composition. There's so many cool ideas in that book. Yeah, highly recommend. Yeah, and this is gonna be all filled in. It's looking a little bit all right. Yeah, and I want this curve going on here, so, but I don't want it to be too obvious. I want it to look somewhat natural. And I guess maybe I should keep like a Google Doc where people can check who is in charge of which page, I guess. Which it's starting to sound like work. But I am gonna do it because this idea has waited too long. It's now time. It is time. Yeah, I think it's looking alright. Yeah, thanks, Kira. I wonder why. What's up with the names of the people on my Discord? By the way, it's like it's either a variation of Kari or Kira, or what's going on there? Maybe you guys are all the same person. Maybe you guys don't exist at all, and I'm just talking to myself now. Yeah, it's kind of acceptable for a sketch, I guess. I think, yeah, after this I'm gonna probably jump straight into actually inking it, especially since it's digital, right? Probably gonna use some textured brushes for this. Probably not gonna do these trees with hatching like this, although I don't know, I really like this effect. Maybe I'll keep this. You know, it's digital, so you can like keep stuff from your sketch and kind of duplicate it. You can do all sorts of things. I am not real, Thiago. Yes, you're not. Big thing. Hey, and Sverd is also here. Sverd, S-V-E-R-D. Cool. There is like a lecture channel, kind of like TEDx, called Big Thing, isn't there? It's like the memes write themselves. And yeah, hopefully you can see this chain here, and like hopefully it connects to this going to the distance, so that kind of helps sell that like it's a huge distance, and this is like a huge, basically a mountain floating in the air. And you know, just if your frame is too empty, just fill it with clouds. Cool. Yeah. Well, shit, you know what? I did not even check the resolution I'm streaming at. I think it's 1080p, probably. I should be streaming at a higher resolution because I got like a little bit better machine here. Yeah, I'm gonna do it next time. I'm gonna do things properly next time. He said it's 1080, okay. 60 FPS, alright. we're rocking butter smooth 60 FPS, then there we go. Can't beat that. Man, I when we back in the actual hardware PlayStation days, we just we played games in 30 FPS, sometimes lower, and we didn't care. We were happy. It was fun. "4K stream," yeah. I'm gonna see my lazy sketches in super high definition. Oh, maybe a couple more characters here in the background. And this is gonna be like a darker thing. Yeah, don't want to add too many things here because I want in this panel I want the focus to be this character. So I'm gonna keep things to a minimum here. It's like that meme with the Chad and the old noisy bee thing. I think exactly. When I saw that, I think I actually, it's something that we used to say, like me and my dad, when our Pentium 2 started making noises of, haha, it's thinking. Just give it some time to think. The old thing where you kind of you pretend you're cranking a like a what do you call it? It's a crank. You know what I'm saying. Shit. Okay, I killed the joke, but yeah. Oh yeah, and the chains are going towards this little island here too. Speaker doing his thing, yeah. Yep. What the hell? Okay. This is probably a good enough sketch to get started, I think. So this is what I'm gonna stop things today, and I'm gonna post this on Discord. And I'm gonna create a channel so whoever comes first, whoever pronounces their willingness to work on the next page will get it. Just basic guidelines, I guess. Just keep it to like an A4 size. Just sketch. Keep it to A4 size, and yes, that's it. You have around a week, but post your initial sketch as soon as possible, just so the next person can start working on it if they want. what's with the dialogue? I don't know. I'm gonna write something, and in the next 20 minutes, and post it on Discord. um, yeah, and that's it. Hopefully, uh, I can do a stream again this week when I do the inking for this, or just just drawing whatever. Because this is fun and I enjoy streaming, and you guys are all my best friends forever, and we have a great parasocial relationship going on, and I want to keep that going. Um, and good night.